Hi, welcome back to Monster Hunter World, Episode 3.
Woohoo! We're on Episode 3. This is where the interesting things start happening.
When we last left off, we hunted a couple little jaggies, talked about our things in the game, especially comparisons to old game and new game, which, the truth is, there's really no bad Monster Hunter. My least favorite is 3, but that's just because of the swimming mechanic.
No, if I made it sound like that, I didn't mean to. I'm not implying anything on that.
I don't mind most of the changes. The biggest change that they put in here I don't care for is the scout flags. Because I don't mind them like highlighting a few things around me that I may not notice, because there's a lot more to see in this. You know, you had very limited amount of gathering points in the older games.
Right.
So, but you had to kind of find them yourself or look up old maps. Excuse me. So I don't mind the highlighting things, but yeah, sometimes they do feel a little distracting and maybe even a little easy mode. I don't really know how else to put it. Because, like, yeah, there's a lot of times I'd run right past the footprints if the scout flies weren't telling me they were there. You know, legendary perception right here. You know, many a true nerd gets made fun of that. But bless you.
Oh. I think I just peeked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Roll the credits! That's a joke from a test video. I was doing a test video to test the audio balance, and I sneezed right at the end. I looked over, and I peeked the hell out of Audacity and just started laughing and rolled the credit music, so... Alright, so, let's...
Alright, but like you said, we got all the more mundane stuff out of the way. Now things get a little more interesting. Now we get to go after some of the bigger creatures. Nothing too exciting just yet. We will get to the more exciting stuff later.
It's kind of interesting because if you watch my Monster Hunter 2 playthrough, my first... Actually, I don't think the Monster Hunter 2 playthrough even got to its first big monster yet.
Not that I'm aware
of. Here we are on Mission 2, 3 if you count the intro. And we're already getting ready to fight a giant monster. And that one, you didn't even get to fight the first giant raptor until the end of the first series of missions. Yeah, that is the armory.
That is something. Okay, the armory. The armory right there just allows you to buy. Just allows you guys to buy weapons.
It allows you to buy older weapons, so you have an easier place to start from if you're trying to build up a new one without having to sacrifice materials to buy an old weapon you've already made before.
That's what I do when I first start the game, is I buy the bone weapons, because I personally only do bone weapons. It's more maintenance, but there's more attack involved.
Yes, exit tutorial, upgrade my equipment. Well, there's no point in me going between bone and iron yet. The difference between a bone and iron... Actually, the bone is a little bit more damage,
but you lose some stability.
Yeah,
some sharpness.
This one has the green. Yeah, this one has the green level of sharpness, and this one stays at yellow level of sharpness. But where bone weapons are going to make the difference is going to be down in here, where they start getting special abilities, and the same thing up here, which is where we will really start separating the two of them, and then I'll have a huge set of different weapons that I can take out according to what I'm about to fight.
As you're gonna see, you know, at some point, elemental weapons just kind of blotch everywhere. You know.
Oh yeah.
From bone to iron, I mean, they just kind of go everywhere. You'll just see them pop up on everything.
There we go. Level 2.
Trying to get to some of the elemental weapons though can be a bit of a pain.
Jaggery parts yet.
You got all that Jaggery material. You should be at least make some of it.
I don't think so yet, because I think some of you need greater.
No, you don't need the great Jaggery stuff until you fight the great Jaggeries.
Actually, that's probably
all the standard gear, all the Jaggery's gear just requires Jaggery's gear. Some.
Oh, they're all the same.
Some bone S and.
to give him a sword. I want to give him the cool ass sword. I'm not sure which Palico armor I like though. I kind of like that.
Honestly, I just go with whatever gives him the best benefits right there. So.
But yeah, they're a little bit different. Where the real difference between them really come in? I mean, the leather is the lowest, but the bone and the alloy, they're about the same. The difference is this one has more resistances.
Because as something those that are not accustomed to this game will notice is that in this game, Palico equipment from weapons and armor now have statuses on them, so better resistances, better armor, and that a lot of players will probably think, well, that should be really something I need to really focus on. Trust me, focus on it, because you're going to need it later, because they're going to help you out quite a bit.
Let's see, I can do some hunter's gear. Oh, I just upgraded the body though.
Oi! Ah! Yes, I played this a lot. It's to the point now that I do that.
Yes, I bet. Oh, I can only have. Oh my god. Let's just ignore that. Why this one on principle? This one covers my ass.
Oh god.
There, at least got some ass
there,
coverage.
that's better.
That's...
Yeah, that is something you'll pick up pretty quickly. It's one of those where it's pretty handy to just go, okay, back here. What's in the armory before you do anything else, so you can make some decent informed decisions, so you know what you're doing.
Skip the cutscene.
Yeah, I don't think we need to keep seeing that.
Okay. Well,
I agree with. You know what? I agree with another YouTuber, Pro Jared, that really, it's pretty easy to mishmash armor because everything kind of fits well together enough to where you don't look ridiculous on like past games. Or if you tried it, looked pretty bad.
There were some pretty ugly armors, and one of the best armors you could get really early was the Yan Kutku armor, but because he's pink scales and like a baby powder neon pink almost. It's pretty awful.
Yeah, I could imagine. There you go. We got some forging done, upgrades. Time to go on another hunt.
Let's speak to the handler.
This is the part where the handler basically just tells you that you don't just need to sign up missions with her. There are boards across right there for later if you want to do that as well. So it's just whatever you want to do. I tend to use the handler a lot, mainly because she sits right on the canteen, so you want to canteen up before you do a mission, so you tend to use her a lot.
That's the other thing. In previous Monster Hunters, you usually were the guild or wherever you got the quest was usually right next to the village exit. Here, she's right next to the village exit.
Well, there's multiple exits. There's like one there, one next to the smithy, down below. There's like 3 exits.
Let's see.
Excuse me. You won't need any elemental resistance, at least not yet. But something those that have been watching will notice is that sometimes when he goes through some of them, there'll be missing stuff on the health, and that's the way I understand it is it's supposed to be freshness type or something like that. I'm not doing a very good job explaining, forgive me, but it's one of those where, like I said, it gets way more elaborate as the game continues. Yeah.
The master.
That is something you gotta like about these games is how much expression they put into the Palicos. Because everyone knows they could have just easily had just made it where, you know, the Palicos aren't really that expressive and stuff. But no, instead they went all out and made the Palicos expressive and stuff. So you gotta admit that is a nice thing about the Palicos. It's something Capcom did pretty well. You know, something I gotta say here, for as much stuff we give Capcom on a regular basis as fans, but it's one of those where at some point you may hear us say something negative about Capcom, but that's not because we don't like Capcom. We say it because we like them.
I love Capcom. I am a person that grew up on Capcom. I am 35 years old. I grew up in the golden age of Capcom, and every mistake they have been making the last couple of years makes me hurt inside because I know they could be much better than they have been. And I think they might be headed back down this path. Yes, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity was a flop.
It was atrocious.
But
you know what? Mistakes have been made. They've admitted their mistakes, and they've been showing that they've been turning a new leaf. I mean, with this, Resident Evil 7, a few others, they're starting to show that they actually do care enough to do this. So, but really, only time will tell if they really do care enough.
Yeah. We'll just have to see what's coming up.
So I thought I'd point that out.
Because, I know right now they're kind of going through a thing right now with the newer Street Fighter because they basically over-casualized it. There was this amazing video from an Evo a couple years, Street Fighter 5. In order to get a counter, you have to push the block.
Focus.
So tasty.
Sorry, I just don't want you to burn the meat by accident.
But, in order to get a perfect counter, you have to hit the block at a very specific frame as an attack is coming in. And his opponent was playing Chun-Li and does a bunch of really fast in a row attacks. He's just block, 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 block. And it's an amazing feat. And people are losing their mind. And Street Fighter V, they made it where anybody can do it. Because it's really, really forgiving on the window. Mm-hmm. It's like, look, I love fighting games, but they're very hard. And yes, the level cap is high on it. But that's what makes them so appealing. We're not everybody's not going to be a champion at a fighting game. Doesn't mean you can't have fun with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
you didn't get the ones over there. That's why the ones at the basin didn't show up.
Oh, that's right. I'm skipping ahead.
Well, that's not actually a basin. Gotta choose my words carefully, because if I say something wrong, everyone's gonna be like, that's not a basin. A basin is this. Yeah, exactly. Look, I know it's not a basin. That's more of a small little beach, I guess. Yeah, this is one of those things where the game is touchy enough to make you do the whole thing of, does the whole thing of, we want you to fight the ones over here, otherwise you can't fight the ones over there. Well, what's the difference? I'm fighting the same thing no matter what. I hate these things. I hate Cassidons. Well, with a weapon like Longblade, as he's showing here, it's not so bad, but with some of the weapons that slow your movement speed, the Cassidons can be a real pain. So I personally am not a big fan of the Cassidon, but they do give a really good later weapon. Not a weapon. They give a decent piece of equipment that you can.
Yeah, but they're really hard to go up against some of the higher level stuff, especially ones with good range attack. You have to be extremely aggressive with a long blade. I don't like the new noise they picked, just because it's really close to one of those noises that make me go, ugh. Like some people with nails on a chalkboard. For me, it's it's types of metallic grinding. Oh, it really gets my goat. Why did it focus me that way when I was already walking in the direction I was supposed to go?
Just ignore it. It'll do that a little bit. Camera settings, the camera in this game. But, there are a few little tricks and tips I can let you know about. Like, for instance, you won't be able to get any right now because the game's gonna be really all, let's go for this first mission, but then it's gonna let go of the reins a little bit once we're done with this one. But it's coming to get you. There is a fish you can fish for in this game called wet fish. Don't know why it's called wet fish. I mean, all fish are wet, but whatever. But there's a fish in this game that gives you wet fish fin, and it's a better sharpening material than the standard grindstone. But it's an expendable material, unlike the whetstone. That's
well, actually, that's the thing. They give you this infinite whetstone now, and that used to not be a thing either. But it wasn't like it was really hard to get whetstone. So either way, it doesn't really matter. Yep, my blade's already starting to get too.
It's early game, so you'll have to watch out for your sharpness in early game.
It's still one of my favorite moments. I'm not sure if I got that one up on.
Carve your Castodon before the game makes you go up there.
I don't know if it's in my on the channel yet, but I was hunting. I was doing an early mission in Monster Hunter 2, and Rex comes out of nowhere to attack you. And he's not supposed to be there. And I was like, you know what? Let's just try and get a couple hits on him. And I just go, kabink! Nope! I just run away. I just ran away. I was like, I'm not, nope. Nope!
Yeah, right there. That's when it makes you go up there. It timers you right there. I hate that personally. Cutscene. I think that's a really
I thought my controller jammed up or something there for a second.
No. When you kill those Castodon right there, it kind of puts you on this weird little timer that you don't see, so you have to go up there when it wants you to go up there. It's kind of annoying. I kind of hate that. It's the only time it does it, though, so...
Great jobless.
That's one of those moments of, you sit there and you watch that, that's that moment you kind of sit there and go, I don't know if I'm supposed to be impressed or grossed out. I mean, it just ate that Castodon. I mean, it just ate it whole. Yeah, don't forget to sharpen your weapon too.
I would say one of my minor complaints though is the interface. The bars are more pronounced in 2. Like you really, it's in your face. You see it. And a lot of times I forget to look up at my health and my stamina. Yeah, see, this is the mission I was thinking about. Look, it doesn't need to be this bright. Like, they are taking away from my exploration of the world.
You don't have to follow the scout flies because there's another route you can go that way on. So,
but I think I'll get into a tunnel around here, and they're very distracting in small spaces when they're that dense.
If you go back up the area where you jumped first place, you can get back up onto the wood. You can slide down that way, and he'll be just to the right.
Oh, scout flies are saying.
Don't worry about the scout flies. There's a faster way back that way. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Don't always listen to the scout flies because they did not design them very well. Because sometimes they will lead you down really long and really weird pathing. That makes no sense because the way the scout flies are designed, at first they don't lead you to the monster, they lead you to his scent, his footprints. And once you get enough, then it leads you to the monster. But if you have someone that knows enough, it'll lead you to the scout flies are weird. You know, the scout flies need to be designed a little better, in my personal opinion. You'll see that later.
No, don't start sharpening.
In a later area. That is something I do like about the game, is if you accidentally push the wrong button, you start doing something you don't want to, you can roll out of it and not get yourself trapped.
Yeah, because in 2, you would have been locked to doing that.
Yeah.
I know how to evade, thank you.
Yeah, that is so annoying. Like, the enemies hit you a couple times and the game's all, do this to evade! I know! The worst one, though, is when you're doing the shield and lance. And you get hit and the game's all, you have to evade. It's like, I can't evade with the shield and lance out. It's block only. There is no evade with the shield and lance. You would think that would be a major turnoff for a weapon, to not be able to evade. Not really. With the shield and lance, it doesn't really weaken the weapon at all. If anything, it makes the weapon more interesting.
It is definitely one of my more favorite ones, but I love the action feeling of the Great Katana. Even though I'm not a Great Katana person, and I'm sure that'll come up in a video eventually.
Oh, I'm sure. Nope. He's going, he's running. Yeah, he's back for more! Get him! Oh my god. I've never seen him go this way before. He usually goes down that way. Goes down towards the Jacker's,
sorry, Circus.
The Jacker's nest. I've never seen him go this way before. That's different. Where the heck is that Jacker's going? I've never seen him go this way before. That's weird.
I think I'm about to lose him now.
No, he's just up there. You're doing fine. I will admit that the scout flies can be a little distracting. Sometimes the best way to do this game is just ignore the scout flies and not follow them at all sometimes. And just ignore them. Sometimes, like I said, they will lead you down really weird paths that are really bizarre.
Get out of the way, little ones.
Your weapon's in the red. Play a little navigator for you, so you don't have to completely worry about
well, like
it on
I
your
said,
own.
it's partially because all this stuff is on a much larger interface on the older games,
Yeah.
and it's not as noticeable to me now.
No, it's not. It's not. It isn't. It's not as pronounced as it used to be. I will admit that. Yes.
How did he even get that last hit? He was already gone.
You hit his tail. That is something. I mean, that is something I do think that they did do a lot better on. Is hit detection on Monster Hunter World seems a lot better than past Monster Hunters. That's not me smacking at, you know, past Monster Hunters. You know, just when I played some of the older ones, I always felt like hit detection wasn't the greatest thing in the world.
I know how to use a potion, thank you. Save those mega potions for a little part.
Yeah, I would. Nope.
Well, it's easy to make. It's easy to make.
You got him close. Time to finish him off. And you can keep up. That is, in my opinion, one of the more annoying details. Is when they get closer to death, they start running off, and like they get away really easily. And some of the later monsters get away really, really easily.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they get like really fast.
First time
on.
I did this, I got him way before he got back to his nest.
Yeah.
And now I'm sucking. Curse of the camera, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Bruh. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Shouldn't have ate so much, huh? Like I'm one to talk.
Actually, here's a clever little tactic I learned if you didn't pick up. When they're about to sleep, let them sleep, and then go to a weak point and give them one good bash. You'll do a decent amount of damage.
I'm not actually sure where their weak point is on this thing yet.
Jagras is on the face, and when their belly is up, their stomach is also a weak point. It's the best one. But a Jagras doesn't actually have an actual weak point in the point since they're an early monster.
I don't have any traps, so I couldn't trap him.
You almost got him. It's not too much more now.
You asshole!
Just finish him off. You got him close enough that I don't
Yeah, I'm gonna
need
start
it.
bouncing on him now.
Not him. Actually, you won't bounce on him. You won't bounce on him or the monster we'll see after this, but anything else you will. So, they designed the bounce to be more of a differently than past games. Now, monsters have more armor, per se. And depending on the armor, you'll tend to bounce more. There you go. Got
He's
him.
about to attack me too. That was half stab.
Okay, here's a little interesting little thing. When you're carving him, hold down the B button. You'll keep the carve going. This little trick I picked up.
There goes my headphones again. See, I must have. I don't know. These things might be breaking down too. They were hand-me-downs before I got them. So.
Yeah. There you go. And it's 3 carves for every big monster.
Yeah, but I broke him somewhere, didn't I? Doesn't that mean I actually have to pick him apart?
No. But something you will notice that I didn't see, I was trying to pay attention, but sometimes when you hit a monster, you'll see little white scales fall off of them. It's kind of hard to notice, but if you can see them, pick it up. You get a little bonus material.
Oh, so that's why I thought I had 10 seconds left. It's not actually counting down.
No. No, the little does the little 10, and it's got the hourglass.
All too easy.
Yeah, for now.
Oh, I know I'm in for it. I know I'm in for it.
Yeah, just wait until we get to the Elder Dragons. Ooh, spoilers! There's Elder Dragons in a Monster Hunter game!
You're not supposed to know that!
I like the cutscenes. I'm not a big fan that you can't skip the cutscenes, but the cutscenes are cool at the same time.
Well, seeing as it's basically my first time through anyway, and plus, we're doing this for hopefully we'll do this for some people who haven't actually seen it. So
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to do my best trying to explain a few things. Not doing very good. I'm sorry for that. This is technically my first, my first Let's Play, so you'll have to forgive some of the more novice things that I'm doing. Yep. The Puke.
He reminds me of a Yian Kuku a little bit.
Yeah,
The
he
way
does.
he moves.
Make sure you stock up on antidote when you fight him. He's poison
Something's
based.
got him. What's with that volcano in the middle of nowhere? I wonder what that could be!
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the giant walking volcano we were on not too long ago. Man, I wish your character could talk right now because there's or you could talk to your character because there's a couple things I'd love to say right there as a character.
Like I said, all I have to do is give the different voice acting so you can put a small personality into your character, or even give you still the choice to be a silent protagonist. Mm-hmm. That way, everybody gets the kind of game that they want. I know there are some people that...
I wish I had the take all in the console version. That's not there in the console version. If I want to take all the materials, I have to hold down the A button to rapidly take everything.
Huh.
It's not there in the consoles. So yeah, I wish that was there for the console version, but it's not there, so... Palico level! That is also, I believe,
Palico
something
got
new.
2... Not really, it was in Generations.
Oh, was it in Generations? Okay, excuse me then, that is not
it
new.
might have been in some of the older games too. I know it's in 2, kind of, but the way they leveled up in 2 really didn't make that big of a difference. as they level up, you got skill points that you could allocate them to do different things, which is why I was at a healing Palico alongside me.
Right.
He play his healing horn when I got injured. Made one less thing I had to worry about. Of course, Palicos with bombs are always fun. It's got a bomb!
Watch out! It's got a bomb!
Oh, the wild Palicos will screw you up! Will screw you up in two with that stuff.
I know. Oh god, that's too good. It's even worse when you're sitting there fighting something, and the monster hits the Palico, then the Palico starts attacking you!
Yeah, it's in one of my episodes.
It's that moment of, it's like, why am I in trouble? I didn't attack you.
Okay. I'm not crazy. It makes you wonder, though, what's the next game going to be? Is it going to be old world? Is it going to be new world?
Who knows?
You know, Generations was really cool because they connected a bunch of the old cities.
Right.
Do I gotta report to the old man? I gotta level up on the Jagras information. It said report to...
Go up there to where all the books are at. There's a...
Right here?
No, up there. Over there.
Ah!
There you go. That guy right there. Right there. There you go. Just talk to him. Yeah. He'll update your information on whatever you hunt on big monsters when you have things to update. This took me forever.
Tell me, did you find any monster data out there? Yes, I did.
But this took me forever to find. Did you know I actually went up to high rank before I realized this was a thing? Yeah, I know. I suck.
What's funny, he sits there and shows you, oh, here's the provisions area. And he's like, okay, but you're not showing us all the little details that people are actually going to miss.
Yeah, I had to find this on my own, and trust me, this is like really handy for later.
I mean, I get it. Game devs have a very delicate balance on...
It's just telling you find parts, find footprints, and it'll up your data, and you come to talk to him, and it'll up your data, etc., etc. And then there's some bonuses you can get from getting your track numbers up, and it comes, like I said, it comes in handy, so...
Well, like I was about to say, developers have a delicate balance that they're trying to choose between these tutorials. The problem is, where I say it's over-tutorialized is on the simple stuff, the stuff you don't need to know, but then they leave out things that you need to know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I understand it's a delicate balance, but, you know, don't tell me how to move my character. I know how to move my character, but make sure I know where to go for, like, that thing we just found.
Yeah.
You know? Make sure I know what the airship thing is for. The things I'm actually going to need to know to progress the game and get better in the game.
Right. Just so, you know, we're clear for the audience and as well as you, I'm not trying to backseat game or anything. I'm just giving you little things in case you didn't know that took me forever to learn.
As Lunaz says, this is it for this episode, and we'll see you later.
See ya!